my name is Courtney Seiberling. I am the author of Yogas, Yamas, and Niyamas, 10 Principles for Peace and Purpose. And what follows is a physical practice of one of these principles. So if you like what you experienced or are interested in learning more about these principles and yoga philosophy, you can buy my book on Amazon. Namaste. So today we're going to be doing a Saucha practice. And Saucha is the first of the Niyamas, which are how we should take care of ourselves. And in the sutras, Saucha is translated as order, as cleanliness. Doesn't everybody understand when like your room is chaotic or when your space is chaotic, it can cause more anxiety and stress. So this is all about keeping things clear, uncluttered, and we can really physicalize that in the body by kind of working out the kinks, by detoxifying. So that's what we're going to focus on today, is just clearing the body of anything that we don't need to have in there anymore. So let's come to a comfortable seat, and we're going to start with what's called skull clearing. So this is breath of fire. So this is a breath work, a pranayama. And so what it is it's a very forced exhale. So it sounds like this. And what I'm doing is I'm drawing my belly into my spine. So pushing the air out. So we'll do that for about 30 seconds. And if it feels a little funky, give it a go, see how it goes. So go ahead and take a deep inhale into the nose and then start your forced exhales. And then just let that go, close the eyes. Noticing any shifts in the body. You might experience a little heat in the body. Maybe you notice that the mind feels a little bit uncluttered. And then go ahead and flutter your eyes open. Inhale your arms up tall to the sky, and we're going to come into a twist. So right hand comes across the left thigh, the left fingertips come back, lift your heart, and then maybe you gaze over your left shoulder. So coming right into the twist. So we're going to be doing a lot of twisting today to kind of wring out those internal organs, to create space in the body, to get rid of toxins. Nice big inhales and exhales. So the inhales and exhales through the nose is like a little detox, a little steam clean for your inner body. On your next inhale, arms sweep up to the sky, and we'll just switch it to the other side. So left hand comes outside, right thigh, right fingertips come back, and then maybe gazing over your right shoulder. So nice big breaths. So we have to breathe even deeper when we twist. And then inhale, the arms sweep up to the sky, and let's come forward to hands and knees and press it right back into our downward facing dog. So pressing yourself up into your down dog, pressing into the knuckles, hips lifting towards the sky, inner elbows rotating in towards each other. On the next inhale, send your right foot up to the sky. We're going to take the right knee into the nose, and then we're going to take it across to the left elbow, the right elbow, and then we'll send the right foot up to the sky. So we'll do that a few cycles. Inhale it in. Take the knee to the left elbow, right elbow, inhaling it up. In towards center. Left elbow, right elbow, lifting up tall to the sky, and let's step the right foot in between the hands, and we'll come in for our crescent. So right heel stacked under the right knee, the fingertips come down to the mat, the ball of the back left foot is on the mat, and then sweep it up for your crescent. Little bend into the back left knee, lifting the heart. And we'll come in for an open twist here. So left hand comes forward, right arm comes back. If it feels okay, you can look back to the right hand. If that feels too much, too soon, you can stay looking forward. So breathing into the open twist here. And then you'll take your left hand down to the mat or a block and the right hand comes up. So staying in that twist. So staying light in your twist. So we're wringing it out today. Gazing up towards the right hand or down towards the left hand. One more big inhale. And then exhale, right hand comes down, right foot comes back. And then we'll lift the left foot up. So coming in for all that on the left side. Pull the knee in towards your nose. And then taking it across right elbow, lifting it up to the sky. Pulling the knee in towards the nose, right elbow, left elbow, up to the sky. Towards center, right elbow, left elbow, lifting it up to the sky. And then go ahead and step that left foot in between your hands, staying up on the ball of the right foot. Fingertips stay down onto the mat to set yourself up. The left heel is underneath the left knee. And then when you feel ready for it, bend in the right knee, coming up for your crescent pose. And we'll come in for that open twist here. So the right hand comes forward, the left arm comes back, and then option to look back towards the left hand or stay looking forward. Nice deep bend into that left knee. Almost like you're getting pulled forwards and backwards. Big breaths into the twist. And then next exhale, let's send the right hand down to the mat or a block. Left fingertips reaching up towards the sky, maybe looking up at the left hand or down at the right hand. Breathing nice and big into the twist. And then the left hand comes down. Left foot steps back for your downward facing dog. Go ahead and look in between your hands, step your feet there. Feet come together, we're sinking right down into our chair. Draw your hands into heart center. We're gonna twist left elbow across right thigh, pressing the palms together, gazing to the side, lifting the heart here, sinking the hips. And then exhale to forward fold. Inhale, getting right back into it, chair pose. Draw your hands to heart center, this time right elbow across the left thigh, pressing the palms together, lifting and stacking the left shoulder over the right, sinking deeply into your hips. One more big breath in, and then exhale to forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back, and let's step it back to downward facing dog. So really pressing into the knuckles, lifting the hips. Let's come down to the knees. Wrists stacked underneath the shoulders. We'll come in for our shoulder opener and a twist. So right arm comes out to the side, right arm threads underneath the left, and then the right cheek comes down to a block or the floor. Gently pressing into that left hand, twisting the heart to the side. Breathing space into that upper right shoulder. And then pressing down into the left hand, replacing the right hand down. Inhale to lift your left arm out, and then threading the left arm underneath the right. And then the left cheek comes down to a block or the floor, gently pressing into that right hand. Breathing space into whatever is feeling twisted or tight. And then pressing into that right hand. Release the left hand back down to the mat and then coming through your downward facing dog. So looking in between your hands, step your feet. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. And then press down into your feet to lift your arms, lift your gaze, and draw your hands into heart center. So we're gonna come in for a wide-legged forward fold with your block. So you're gonna take your feet about 3, maybe 3.5 to 4 feet, depending on how long your legs are. You're gonna place your block down in the middle in front of you about a foot. And then you're gonna point your toes in a little bit of a pigeon toed. And then you're gonna come to forward fold, placing your left hand down onto the block, keeping your hips square, you're going to open your right hand up to the sky. Coming in for your twist, maybe looking down at the block, keeping your hips square. So you don't want to kind of come like this. You want your hips to be really square, which might make you feel like you're not twisting as deep as you should be, but you're twisting just fine. And then exhale that right hand down, and then we'll lift the left arm up to the sky. So coming in for your twist on this side. So keeping the hips straight on this side. Exhale that left hand down. Inhale, halfway lift, and coming into a forward fold again. So maybe your hands come to your toes, maybe to your ankles, or maybe they're up on the legs somewhere. Really letting your head go, maybe shaking it out, yes and no. And then place your hands on your hips. Inhale to a halfway, and then press down into your feet to lift yourself all the way up. And then you can either wiggle your feet together, or you can do a little cheerleader jump. So we're gonna come in for our tree pose, and we're gonna come in for a twisted variation of this. So you're gonna ground down into your right leg. You're gonna hug your left knee in towards center, and this is where you start. So if you are feeling wobbly or you need balance, you can come to a wall, and you can come in this way. So grounding down into the right foot, lifting the left knee up. Maybe you keep your hands on right underneath your knee, or maybe you place your hands on your hips. Just try and see what that does. And then you'll place your right hand outside your right knee, and you're going to twist back towards the back of the room. Gazing at one point. Softening your exhales, lengthening them. And then coming back to center, and then releasing the left foot down to meet the right. And we'll come in for the other side. So pressing down into that left foot, hugging your right knee in towards center, lifting your heart here. And then placing your hands on your hips maybe. And then we'll come in for the twist on this side. So the left hand comes outside, the right thigh or the right knee. And then the right hand comes back, coming into the twist on this side. Gazing at one point, so that really steadies the mind. Gives it something to focus on so we can stay steady. And then coming back to center, release the foot down to the mat. Really nice. So let's come to our backs. We're going to come in for a couple twisted variations here. So you're going to go ahead and hug your knees into your chest. And then you'll cross your right leg over your left and grab onto your opposite feet. So this is Gomukhasana, cow face pose, on our backs. So right foot crosses over the left leg, grabbing opposite foot with opposite hand. And then for a lot of us, this will be enough of a stretch. You want to try to keep your hips down on the ground. If that's not happening, you can put a blanket underneath your seat. And if you're not feeling much of a stretch, go ahead and start to pull your feet gently towards your face. For most of us, we'll feel a lot here, a lot going on in the right hip. So twisting it up, releasing tension with the exhales. And then go ahead and release out of that. Both feet come down to the floor, and we'll switch it to the other side. So the left leg crosses over the right, hug your knees in, and then grabbing opposite feet with opposite hands. And just seeing what's going on this side. So I'm already noticing my left hip is tighter than my right hip was. So maybe I can pull a little bit with my right foot, but maybe I don't pull so hard with my left foot. So just noticing what's going on. Breathing into the twist. And then on your next exhale, releasing out of it. Coming in for our spinal twist. So the hands come out like a T. And then we'll let the knees fall over to the right. Maybe the right hand comes on top of the left thigh. And if your shoulder's popping way up off the mat, place something underneath your shoulder, or you can place a block underneath your knees so that the knees have contact with the mat and the shoulder. Maybe closing the eyes or taking a gaze at one point, letting any tension fall out of the body, wringing it out. Twists are so good for detoxifying. Your organs are literally getting squeezed out. So you'll want to drink a lot of water after this practice to flush it out. Maybe some trips to the baño. And then hugging the knees in towards center and then letting your knees fall over to the left. Again, if your right shoulder's popping up off the mat, maybe place a blanket down or a block underneath the knees. The left hand rests on top of the right thigh, closing your eyes here. Sinking and releasing into the twist. And then hugging your knees into center again. Let's take the head up towards the knees, scrunch up your face, create a little ball of tension, and then release everything on your exhale. Savasana, final rest. Feet flop out, arms in a receptive posture, palms facing up. And we did a lot of twisting today, so see what the body feels like when it's allowed to be open. Let any controlled breathing go. And then start to bring your breath back into the body. Nice big inhales and exhales. Take your thumbs and brush them across your other fingertips. Find a little roll of the ankles or a wiggle of the toes. Inhale to lift your arms up overhead, toes point towards the front of the room. And then rolling over to your right side, making a little pillow for your head with your inner arm. And then pressing yourself up to your comfortable seat. We're going to end with a breath practice, different than what we started with. This is called Nadi Shoshana breathing. This is a way to balance the masculine and the feminine sides of us, so hopefully we'll feel more balanced afterwards. So you're going to make a little peaceful gun with one of your hands. You're going to place your thumb on your right nostril, and you're going to leave your left nostril open. You'll inhale through your left nostril for 2, 3, 4. Close your left nostril with your pointer finger and exhale out your right for 2, 3, 4. Inhale through your right for 2, 3, 4. Close right, open left, and exhale left for 2, 3, 4. Inhale left, 2, 3, 4. Close left nostril and exhale right for 2, 3, 4. Inhale right, 2, 3, 4. Close right, exhale left for 2, 3, 4. Inhale left, 2, 3, 4. Close left and exhale right for 2, 3, 4. And then just let that go. Close your eyes. Take a couple clearing breaths. Notice how you're feeling. And then draw your hands into heart center. Bow your chin into your chest. And maybe choosing to take this Saucha, this cleanliness, orderly practice off the mat by paying attention to your spaces, your living spaces this week, and maybe choosing to keep one space clean. So maybe choosing to keep your sink free of dishes, to keep your car free of your travel mugs and your wrappers from food places. And just notice if keeping that space clean makes the mind feel a little bit more clear, uncluttered. Noticing the difference between when you're in that space and maybe a more chaotic space. And then if you like that, maybe choosing to start to bring more order and cleanliness into other parts of your living spaces or your work. The light in me acknowledges the light in you. Namaste.